What is going on, guys? I am back with another Minecraft tutorial, and in this video we are going to be rebuilding this Craftsman style house so that the tutorial is a lot easier to follow. So in this case it's going to be a little bit different. For the other rebuilds that I've done, I've just completely went off of the original build and rebuilt it so it's a lot easier to follow. In this case, I completely made an entirely new version of the house. It still looks for the most part the same, but I just literally made an entirely new house. So the original build only had 1 bedroom and 2 bathrooms. The newer version has 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. So I'm gonna go ahead and put up some before and after pictures of the house, what it looked like for the older version and for the version now. So I'll show the front side of the house first. You can see the before and after, then the back side of the house. I'll show the entrance, so right when you walk in, that is what you see now. And then there's some other parts of the house. I believe I took a picture of the bathroom, which is now actually a bedroom. And then the kitchen originally was at the right side of the house, that is also now a bedroom. So yeah, there were some major changes made to the house. It looks so much better. And then for the backyard, I decided to make it a little bit bigger, and I put a pool in the backyard. But now I believe that is everything. Let's go ahead and get right into building it. Okay, so if you want just the house itself, then you're going to be paying attention to that inner rectangle. And from left to right, you're going to want 56 blocks. And from front to back, you're going to want 30. Now, if you want everything around the house, which includes the backyard and the front yard, then from left to right, you're still going to need 56 blocks. And then from front to back, you're also going to need 56 blocks. So now in between the lines at the front side, that is going to be all of the space for the front yard. So you should have 12 blocks of grass between the 2 lines. And then at the back side, which is all of the space for the backyard, you are also going to need 12 spaces in between the 2 lines. Okay, so for part 1, let's go ahead and start by bringing up all of the walls for the first floor of the house. So we're going to be basically getting the entire shape of the house. So we'll start out with some pillar quartz blocks, gray concrete, cyan terracotta, white stained glass panes, quartz stairs, andesite, and dark oak fences. Okay, so we're going to start at the front right hand side of the house first. Make sure to have your pillar quartz block and go to the inner shape. So we're going to start at this corner right here. We want to count towards the back 7 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now let's go over to the left 1, and you could place a pillar quartz block right there. So once again, that is going to mark out the front right hand corner of the house. So just make sure to do that. Wherever you place this, that's gonna make sure that the house is in the exact spot that it should be. So just make sure that you have a total of 5 blocks of grass in between this orange concrete and the pillar. Also make sure you're right on the edge of the shape, right there. Alright, so let's head back on over to the pillar quartz block. I'm still at the front side. We're going to start by doing the entire front side of the house first. So you can switch to your andesite. Let's actually reorganize this so that these blocks are right next to each other. It'll make it easier since these are used for the foundation. So let's go to the left side of this pillar, and we're going to place 11 blocks of andesite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Switch to your pillar quartz block, place 1 there. Now switch back to the andesite, go right behind the pillar, go to the left and place 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now let's go up towards the front, place 1 block of andesite, switch to your pillar quartz block, and place 1 right there. So from up above at the front side, this is what we have. This is like the front right hand side of the house. Okay, now let's go to the left side of the pillar where we left off. Go to the left and place another 20. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Then, here in the corner, place a pillar quartz block. Back to your andesite, go behind that pillar and place 3. 1, 2, 3. Now go to the left side of that last block of andesite and place another 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then back to your pillar quartz block, place it right there, so that's going to be the corner. You should be right on the edge of the orange concrete here. Okay, so from up above at the front side, this is the entire front side, like the foundation for the front side of the house. So it should look like this. So now let's head back on over to the left side behind this pillar where we left off. Make sure to have your andesite, go behind it towards the back and place another 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Back to your pillar, place it right there. So now we worked our way towards the back side of the house. So now here, make sure you're looking at it from the back side now. Go to the left side of that pillar and place another 13. So it should match up to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Alright, as you can see, it matched up with the front. Let's bring this back to, switch to your pillar, and place one right there in the corner. Now we're basically just going to be matching with the entire front side. So back to the andesite, we're going to place another 20. It should line up with the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Then back to your pillar quartz block, place it right there in the corner. Switch to your andesite, you want to bring it behind that pillar, 2. And then to the left, so we have to line it up, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, back to your pillar quartz block, place one right there in front of that andesite. Back to the andesite, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. To the pillar, place 1, and now fill in the remaining space here, so we'll go ahead and count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Let's make sure we did everything right. It should all be matched up to the front. And it all looks good. So I'll actually head back up to the front. So if you're looking at it from the front side, this is what your shape should be looking like. I'll go up above right here. You can see it. So go ahead. If you need to pause the video to make sure that it's all correct, feel free to. But now let's head on to actually bringing up those walls. Okay, the next thing we could do, make sure to have your pillar quartz block. I'm going to go where every single pillar that we placed is, and I'm going to add another 7 on top of them. So including the bottom one, it's going to be 8 in total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So like I said, on top of all of the other pillars, add another 7 layers so that they are 8 in total. Okay, so this is what it should look like right now. We brought up all of the pillars so that they are 8 in total. Okay, now let's actually start bringing up the walls. Make sure to switch to your gray concrete. We'll start over here at the front right hand side of the house. You can add a layer of gray concrete on top of this layer of andesite in between the pillars. Now let's add a layer of gray concrete going up against the side of the pillars. You can then switch to your cyan terracotta. We'll start here at the left, we'll place 1, we'll skip over 1 and place 1, skip over 3, place 1, skip over 1 and place 1. So that is going to be a window. Let's add another 3 layers of cyan on top of the ones that we already have so that they are 4 in total. Then switch to your quartz stairs and place them upside down at the top edge of all of the pillars. Then back to your gray concrete, add an additional 2 layers on top of the window. And now fill in all of the empty space with your white stained glass panes. Alright, so there we go. That is the front side so far. Let's head on over to the right. Switch to your gray concrete. We'll start by adding a layer on top of the andesite. And then we'll bring up a strip going right up against the edge of the pillars. Switch to your cyan terracotta. You could place 1 here at the left. Skip over 2, place 1. We'll go to this side. We'll place 1, skip over 2, and place 1. So you should have 5 blocks in between, like for the empty space here in the middle. Add another 3 layers on top of these, so they're 4 in total. So these are going to be 2 2-block wide windows. Upside down quartz stairs at the top. And then we'll fill in all of this other space with gray concrete. And then we have to fill in the windows with the white stained glass panes. Okay, just about got it. And there we go. Now let's head on to the back side, and we're going to match it up to the front. So we're going to have a big window like that. Start with your gray concrete, add a layer down here. And like I said, just the same thing that we did at the front. I just about got this back side done. And then we'll go ahead and do this other section here. So this is what the back looks like, just like the front. And this is what this side looks like. Make sure to have 5 blocks in between those 2 windows. Okay, so let's head back onto the front. And we'll do this section right here. So this is kind of like a hallway leading into this room, which is a bedroom. And then there's also a bathroom here in the hallway. Like there's the hallway, then a bathroom there, and then a bedroom. Let's switch to our gray concrete. We'll start by filling in these empty spaces here. Just bring it all up to the same height as the pillar. And we'll do that for the back as well. Okay, now let's add a layer of gray concrete on top of this andesite. We'll bring up the layer behind this pillar as well. So this is what we have. Let's add 1 block on each side. So we're going to add a layer here and a layer here. So you're going to be left with 4 blocks. So you can switch to your cyan terracotta, add 4 layers on each side. Then upside down quartz stairs, 2 layers of gray concrete, and then your white stained glass panes. So it looks like that. Let's head to the back. We'll do the same thing. So we'll start behind this pillar. We'll add our layer of gray concrete. Then our layer on top of this andesite. Let's go from this side. A layer on each side. And then we can start doing the window. It's going to be matched up with the front. Alright, so now the back side looks exactly the same way that it is at the front. So let's head back on up to the front. We have that section done, all brought up. Now let's start bringing up this middle section. We'll leave off with that section, and that'll be it for part 1. So let's head on to this section next. Alright, so I'm here at the front side where the middle section is. We'll head on over here to the right where this pillar is. Make sure to have your gray concrete. On top of this andesite, place 8 going towards the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go on this side. We'll do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You should be left with 4 blocks here in the middle. So that is going to be the front door. We'll actually be doing the same at the back. So the back door is going to be right where the front door is. We'll have the same windows in the back. So basically everything that we're doing here at the front is going to be what we're going to be doing at the back. Let's head on over here next to this pillar. We'll add 2 layers of gray concrete going up. Switch to your cyan terracotta. And we'll have a 2-block wide window right here. Like that. Okay, and then fill in the remaining 2 spaces here at the left side. Now let's head on over here. We're going to do the same thing as we just did there. So 2 layers. Then our window. And then after this window, the remaining 2 layers. Okay, now let's switch to our white stained glass panes. We'll start doing the front door. Let's go to this right side. We'll bring it up 4. And then go to the left side, do 4 as well. Then curve out the bottom one. Skip over this second one and then curve out the 2 at the top. Fill in that empty space with a dark oak fence. Then here above the window have 4 upside down quartz stairs. On top of that, 2 layers of gray concrete. So this is what the front middle section should look like. Now let's actually just go to the back side. And we'll do the same exact thing that we did at the front. So I'll just start by placing 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on each side, leaving 4 spaces in the middle. Alright, so now like I said, just the same thing that we did at the front. I'll go ahead and do this. Alright, so I have the walls done with the windows. Now let's do the back door. It's going to be the same once again. Okay, so now we have the walls brought up for the middle section. I'll head back on up to the front. So this is what we have so far. Now let's head on over to this left section. And let's just start by going behind these pillars. We'll completely fill all of this in with gray concrete. We'll do the same for the back. Okay, so we'll leave it at that. Now let's do the rest of the walls here. Alright, so I'll start here at this front wall. So it's going to be matched up with the back, and then this left wall is going to be a little bit different. So let's start here at the bottom with your gray concrete, add a layer on top of the andesite. And then we'll bring up a layer right up against that pillar, as well as a layer right up against this wall. Switch to your cyan terracotta. We'll place 1 here. We'll skip over 2. We'll place 1. Skip over 2. Place 1. Skip over 2. And place 1 again. Now add another 3 on top of all of those. So we're going to have 2 2-block wide windows here. Switch to your quartz stairs. Have 2 upside down there. And there. So we're left with 2 empty spaces in the middle. Let's go ahead and actually just fill that in, as well as the 2 layers on top of the windows. Then back to your white stained glass panes and fill all of this empty space in. So now we have this front wall done. So it looks like that. Let's head on over to the left side. It's going to be a little bit different. So back to your gray concrete, add a layer on top of this andesite. Then a layer going up against the side of the pillars. So we're going to have our cyan terracotta, place 1, skip over 2, place 1. Now skip 1, place 1, skip 2, and place 1. Okay, so we're left with a 2-block wide window there and a 2-block wide window there, leaving one empty space in the middle. Let's add 3 extra layers on top of this. So there at the front side, there's 2 empty spaces in between the windows. There's only 1 here on this side. That is the only difference. Now, after you fill in this glass, we'll head on to the back side, and it's going to be the exact same thing that we did at the front. And then we have all of the walls brought up for the first floor of the house, and then we just have to bring up this middle section for the second floor, which we'll go ahead and do in part 2. So let's do this back side, and yeah, I think we'll go ahead and leave it at that for part 1. I think that'll be a good start to this rebuild. So let me do this back wall. I'll show you everything that you should have. And like I said, we'll leave it at that. Alright, so this is what the front or the back side it looks like, just like the front. So I'll head back up to the front, and this is what you should have. So we just brought up all of the walls for the first floor of the house, and we basically just did the entire shape of the house, and it looks like this. Alright guys, so that is going to be it for part 1 for this tutorial on how to build a Craftsman style house. If this did help you, be sure to please leave a like, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in part 2. Later.